These footprints are too large to identify. At Lake Turkana in Kenya, 21 fossil tracks from 8 individuals were sealed in wet sediment roughly 1.43 million years ago. The largest walker may have stood 1.8 meters tall and weighed 75 kilograms. That should name the species. Instead, it creates the mystery. The foot shape resembles tracks linked to Paranthropus boisal, a heavy-jawed human relative, but the body size exceeds its largest skeletal estimates. If this was Paranthropus, the species was larger than its bones suggest. If it was Homo erectus, that species was more variable than expected. One trackway forces one of 2 revisions. The track site lies near Lake Turkana's shore. Its story began in 1978 when researchers noticed a hippopotamus track. Researchers protected and covered the surface again. Teams returned in 2016 and 2023. They exposed tracks made by human relatives and other animals. Ash layers above and below date the surface to 1.43 million years. Researchers measured heel width, forefoot width, stride, and pressure through each step. Those measurements estimate height and mass without treating footprints like skeletons. So, when shape suggests one species but size suggests another, which clue matters more? The group may be the bigger discovery. 8 individuals crossed the same wet surface in the same direction, close enough in time for their prints to survive together. The estimates cluster toward adults, and several were probably adult males. Bones can tell us who died in a place across years or centuries. A footprint surface freezes a moment. Bodies moving together, each with a direction, pace, and distance from the next. It does not prove a family, hunting party, or hierarchy. Those would be added stories. But it does show coordinated presence at a lakeshore, not one isolated traveler. Mud preserves behavior that a skull cannot. That lakeshore was crowded. Hippopotamus and antelope tracks crossed the ground. The wider ecosystem included crocodiles, elephants, and 2 human relatives known from nearby fossils, Paranthropus boisai and Homo erectus. A lake margin concentrates water, plants, shellfish, and animal routes. Across roughly half a dozen regional sites, hundreds of footprints record human relatives using this landscape for more than 100,000 years. In 2024, another Turkana study showed 2 distinct walking patterns on the same ancient surface. The new trackway deepens that result. Different bodies may have shared the same resources at the same geological moment, without leaving labels in the mud. The press interpretation favors Paranthropus because of foot anatomy and movement. The paper keeps an alternative open. Unusually large Paranthropus or unusually variable Homo erectus. That caution matters. Fossils are incomplete samples. Every new measurement can widen a range that looked fixed. The honest conclusion is not that one footprint named its maker. It is that the maker was large, moved with 7 others, and used a lakeshore shared by more than one ancient human relative. 1.43 million years later, the trackway still refuses a simple identity, yet it gives us something bones rarely do, a crowd caught in motion. The footprint is not weak evidence because it cannot name a species. It is strong evidence that our species boxes were too small. If this mystery changed how you read ancient evidence, watch our Mars honeycomb investigation next.